In this video, I'm going to be talking about 3 mods that you can do to your 6.7 Power Stroke for under $200. Okay, mod number 1 is this license plate relocation bracket from Mishimoto. If you live in a state like I do where you have to have a front plate, typically the manufacturers stick it right here, right in front of a big air scoop. You can see where my old plate was, and it just blocks any sort of airflow and cooling that would get in to the radiator, or at least that's what Mishimoto claims. I do kind of like having it over here. The bracket is really stout, so it's a clamp that goes through your toe ring. Now, obviously you lose this toe ring up here, but I mean, come on, let's be real. Unless you're like plowing and you need to get towed out of a ditch all the time, you're probably not using this super often. I use my other one to step on when I need to get into my engine bay, but it's a really stout bracket. It has this metal backing plate, and you know, it's under 200 bucks. I think this now, when I bought it, it was 90, and then, you know, thanks to the rich men north of Richmond, because of inflation, I think it's now like 120 bucks, which is kind of insane for something like this. But I did notice my coolant temps are now 5 to 7 degrees cooler per the Banks iDash than they were before. Coming over to the driver's side here, probably my favorite mod for the money, another kind of like $125 mod, is this BD high idle switch. So I've talked about this before on the channel, but it's a plug and play switch that you can put over in kind of your fuse box kick panel electrical area. I ran the cord underneath here. You can pop this piece of plastic out, and you know, it's just a potentiometer switch that controls your idle from 900 up to 3000 RPMs. It's really handy when it's cold out. That's when I tend to use it. Or if you're parked and you have to idle, you can give the truck some RPM so it keeps oil flowing. It's, you know, takes 20 to 30 minutes to install. It's super clean. I got this bracket so that I can still access my OBD2 port for my Banks iDash, and then I have the switch just offset right there to the right. Coming around to the passenger side rear, another mod that's for storage, I really like those mods, but is this Molly panel from Built-Rite. Under $200, typically runs 115 bucks for this panel right here, and it just gives you more space to strap stuff down. I'm just using ratchet straps or nylon straps from the hardware store, and you know, I can put my jack there. Obviously I have a few more eyelets here. I've seen people run inverters, you know, mounted on that. It just gives you more connection points than what's here, which is basically nothing. I think the factory has a bottle jack mount down there on the floor, and then this space is all just kind of wasted. So definitely worth the 115 bucks. I think probably this and the BD high idle switch were some of the favorites I've done. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments, what are some mods for under $200 that you've done to your truck? That's gonna do it for me in this video. Thank you for watching Power Stroke Maintenance, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.